Secretary Pompeo's goal is a comprehensive deal with Iran that addresses the full scope of its destabilizing behavior. We ask the Islamic Republic to behave like a normal country so that it can enjoy the privileges of a normal country. With regard to missiles, this means returning to the pre-Iran nuclear deal consensus. Iran's nuclear proliferation and development of ballistic missiles must be addressed together, not separately. Placing temporary limits on Iran's nuclear program while allowing the regime to develop and proliferate ballistic missiles is a failed policy that the world cannot continue. It is time for all nations to join us in holding Iran to a new level of accountability for its destructive behavior, especially its lawless pursuit of ballistic missiles. Thank you.
That is the most ridiculous thing I have seen. The world community wants to keep the Iran nuclear deal. Our allies are the Germans, the French, the British. They want to keep in this deal. The world community wants to keep the deal. Let's talk about normal countries. Let's talk about Saudi Arabia. Is that who our allies are? They are the biggest threat to the world community. And let's talk. You're hurting me. You're actually hurting me. I want to ask, do you think these sanctions are hurting the regime or are they hurting the Iranian people? They're hurting the Iranian people. You are making a case for war with Iran. How did the war with Iraq turn out? You're doing exactly the same thing we did in the case of Iraq. We don't want another war in the Middle East. Let's see. How does Iraq turn out? How did Libya turn out? We have the people of Syria suffering. And how dare you bring up the issue of Yemen? It's the Saudi bombing that is killing most people in Yemen. So let's get real. No more war. Peace with Iran.
It's a lot of energy for 9:30 in the morning.
I think she had her coffee this morning.
Wait, that's like...
Yo, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to another dialogue with the Raw, the Real, and the Red Pill. And on this dialogue, I wanted to discuss the video we just seen. You know, I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. If maybe white America is fucking idiots, or making America great again through war, or I don't know. I'm gonna ponder on it. But upon watching this video, we see the mentality of white America in general. You know, and of course the nuanced Caucasian people are going to be like, no, and I can't lie. You know, there are some white people, as we've seen, even the white woman are beginning to disagree with the direction of the nation. And, you know, plenty of white people in general are not agreeing with it, but you know, those are the minorities. You know, we all know how white America truly feels through the witnessing of the Donald Trump rallies and campaigns and stuff like that. They still think they have some type of white supremacy power, even though, you know, the Federal Reserve, all the other nations are withdrawing from them, even though other nations' militaries are surpassing the firepower and manpower and strength of than America. You know what I mean? This place is going down, man. If you can't see it, then you're a blind man, yo. You dig what I'm saying? Come on now. The whole construct on how white America and believes in, you know, what they feel and what they think is essentially a crock of prideful shit. You know, it just simply is. You know, here we are watching this conference, and you have this spokesperson essentially in layman's terms saying that it is unsafe for Iran to have nuclear weapons, when Iran has never really posed a imminent physical threat to the United States of America. See, the issue relies all in the Federal Reserve, and what these nations or other nations are doing is withdrawing from that trade currency. You know, and the big bad bully that America is wants to keep their hand on everything and keep control over everybody and everything, because, you know, essentially that's what, you know, white people want to do. Is be the head, even though they are the minority. You know what I'm saying? Even here in America, they are dying at a high rate from opioid fentanyl overdoses and high suicide rates. And, you know, America is pretty much going downhill, man. And they're still having last-minute desperate attempts of controlling other nations and putting bullshit sanctions on other countries when they're allied up. You got North and South Korea. They squashed the beef, Slim. They made a pact with one another. You know, they're going to fight for one another. You know, China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, South Korea. Come on, man. America, you know, this white America needs to sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and pretty much eventually fall and go into extinction as Rome did and as Greece did, and just become a thing of the past, quietly, submissively, and you know. But no, that's not going to happen. You know, the white man has to go out kicking and crying and still trying to tell everybody what the fuck to do. But when we look at the reality of the situation, especially when it comes to militarization, it is America that has bases on every other, I'm not going to say every other nation, but at least every nation we went to war with, we set up camp there. You know, it's to control. You know, it's a control thing. You know what I mean? And what's going on is essentially the white man is losing his control. His money is fucking monopoly money. You know, people are going to the gold standard. It's just paper, essentially. And everyone else's military is strengthening while America's military is weakening. You know, if we go back through history, you know, America has been the most bloodthirsty, you know, warmongering country in the world over the past, you know, couple hundred years. It's constantly been involved in wars for political reasons, even many involving drugs. You know, back in Vietnam, when they were protecting the poppy fields, and even the war in Iraq, you know what I mean? It was getting the lithium deposits and, you know, protecting the poppy fields out there too, you know? And ironically, these same undercover drug operations are now afflicting their own race of people, you know, and China is helping out with that by exporting you know, this bad fentanyl, having these people overdose and die at high rates, hundreds a day. You know, and it's a bittersweet, beautiful thing. You know, it is. It truly is, because the pride of this nation needs to be broken. And I'm not, you know, people are, oh, that's not patriotic, man. Fuck this country. Fuck this system. Fuck this judicial system. This is IBMOR, man. Come on now. I'm not even simping on a political level. You know what I'm saying? I'm raw all the way around. I'm going to say it how it is. A lot of these white people, we know this is how white America feels. If you don't know, you know, if you're not aware that how this government operates and, you know, the judicial system and the political arena, you know, granted, there are some, you know, white people, such as this white woman who protested, in which everything she said was 100% true, you know. But essentially, you know, look at the Trump rallies, you know, and campaigns. This is white America, the most prideful fucking people in the world. And the rest of the world is beginning to side-eye America and starting to not fuck with America in layman's terms. In layman's terms, what we've seen in this video is American government trying to impose sanctions on Iran to demilitarize them, denuclearize them. But who the fuck are you, Mr. White Man, to say who can and cannot have weapons when you surely have had weapons? And what did you do with them? Bomb civilian areas, rape, slaughter, and plunder the world. You know, utilizing your blessing of the sword. You know, that's what you all have been doing. And now that you're seeing these other countries and nations growing in military strength and nuclear strength. Now you're a little scared, so you want to, basically fake press out these other nations and and back them up into a wall, but you're outnumbered in every way. The economy is shit. America's in so much fucking debt. I can't wait till this place folds. Looking at this video, I can see that the white man and the black woman are fucking very similar in the way that they think, and the pride and the arrogancy, man. He trained this little dog bitch very well, and these two ethnic groups of people are going to feel it the worst, man. We're all going to go through it, so I hope you all are, taking the necessary precautions, get you some ceramic armor, maybe steel armor, whatever the case, whatever works for you. Maybe ballistic helmet, stockpile you some ammo, get you a couple rifles, pistols, whatever, man, because at the end of the day, it's going to be every man for himself out here, man. And these NATO troops, and it's going to be just a big pile of shit. But shit hit the fan is definitely on its way, and Donald Trump and his administration is doing everything they can to make America great again. Great in means of going to war again. Great in means of bloodshed of innocent lives. Great as in actually everything that is contrary to it, which is great to me, because this system set up by the white man is against you, brother. It's against us. So it's kind of nice to see it fall and see its demise, which is all prophetic. And speaking of that, I have another page that I just created. There's no content on it yet, but I'm working on some things. It's called the Raw Hebrew, a 3 for the E's. You dig? The same thing going on with that. The E, the 3s for the E's, the Raw Hebrew. And I might redo this video and throw some scripture in it because it's all prophetic. It's already written what's going to happen here. And us as IBMOR brothers, we got to be awake, stay sharp, be aware. And the rest of these Americans are stupid sheeple, man. They don't even know why Iran's an enemy to the United States. They don't even understand the dynamics, the political dynamics and political agendas behind war, which many of these military troops come back and they realize, and they become anti-government, man, because it's all fucking corrupt. And the white man and the white government is still trying to push this corruption, man, and still trying to push this impeding his controlling force onto other countries. And unfortunately, it's not going to work. So you're going to tell Iran that they cannot have no nukes. When's the last time Iran went around bombing? The way this guy was talking about Iran was like Iran's going around bombing everybody and fucking, forcing everybody to, do as they please politically and, killing civilians and shit. None of that shit's going on over there, man. They're doing their thing, they got their culture, and America has doing their thing and has their culture. And American culture is debased, and it is essentially wicked and out of order. So this is why, all these things got to come to pass: war, death. This next war, unfortunately, will not be won by the West, man. This country is going to lose. And the white man's not going to lose quietly. And he's going to lose. That's why they're building these bunkers. That's why they're preparing for it. While black people are shucking and jiving to Kiki, Do You Love Me? The world is getting ready for warfare. So hopefully, brethren, like I said earlier, you all are getting ready for this. But the white man's not going to go out quietly, humbly, and, submissively. No. He's going to bring in these FEMA camps, activate the King Alfred Plan, and initiate Rex 84, the National Defense Authorization Act that your ever so loved Obama has put into the books back in his regime. A lot of people don't understand the severity of what's going on here. And it's not going to go well. Iran's not going to say, well, America, yeah, you're right. No. He who has the might is he who was right, and America does not have that might anymore. And the sad part is that one of the few reasons why these other nations have been respecting the sanctions, the war sanctions on this specific land, because there's a high civilian populace here, man. When's the last time you seen bombs fall that was non-affiliated with false flag government operations, you know? But when was the last time you seen bombs fall? You know, shit get blown up from foreign deities over here, man. The ones that you do know of, Pearl Harbor, you know, the Twin Towers, you know, all that shit was bullshit. And it was done by your own government to fulfill their war agendas, to fulfill their political purposes, whether it be drugs, whether it be resources, whether it be oil, whether, you know. That lady was damn right. America don't want another war. Look at the war of Iraq. You know, we have this bias and this, you know, this evil eye towards these other countries when it's really this country that's evil. Think about it. Why is MGTOW in existence? Why is IBMOR in existence? Because we step aside and we see the fuckery within this system. And hallelujah, this system is falling. The white man is losing his power. He's dying. He's overdosing on opioids, you know, which I believe is karma for the crack epidemic. You know, they create these situations and then point the finger at you and tell you you're a thug. So, in the likewise, I'm pointing the finger at them and saying they're a bunch of fucking overdosing junkies. And I'm gonna make a video on that, you know. And they always have been, you know, while the government and the CIA was bringing cocaine and whipping this crack up to be sold from Nicaragua, which Gary Webb had exposed and ironically committed suicide by shooting himself in the head 2 times. Wink, wink. He was assassinated. When these things began to be exposed, you know, nobody wanted to take heart to it. No one pitied the black race. You know what I mean? Nobody. No. The war on drugs was initiated, and it was initiated by the same drugs that they bought into these black neighborhoods, and then they turned around and gave your woman feminism, and in the meanwhile, during Reagan and following to the Clinton regime, set it up to where you had mandatory minimums for even possessing this drug. But now, it's just such a sad problem for them. Fuck them, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this government. Fuck this system. You know? No simping, man. When it comes to women, when it comes to political things, no simping at all. The truth is the truth. And the truth is, white America is full of shit, and they're about to get fucked up by Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, South Korea, for starters. And that's already a loss. It's already an L. And they might not even have to go far to do much damage. They might go straight to Israel and start with Israel. Light them up real quick, because they're all over that side on that hemisphere anyway. Get them out the way. Which will draw America overseas. And then while the American military is expediting overseas, then they might come over here and fuck this place up. And plunder the houses and rape and slaughter and pillage. You know, take these women as spoils. You know how the game go. You know how war go, baby. It's the manosphere. It's a man thing. But these women are oblivious. Americans are oblivious sheeple. And, you know, shit is about to hit the fan, man. You know, and even these white women are, you know, and some white men too, some, you know, but those are the new walks. They want to say it like it's the majority. Like all of them hate Trump. No, they can't, because they all voted for him and they all was being racist bigots during his fucking rallies. And there was a KKK rally a couple weeks ago in Washington, D.C. Fuck y'all motherfuckers, man. And y'all gonna have everything coming to you. You know what I mean? And you're gonna go in that paddy wagon in that FEMA camp too. And your wife's gonna be fucked and raped too. And you know, it is what it is. You know, they're gonna be kicking in your door too, taking your guns too. You know, the white man's pride is about to fall on himself, because he's on his way out the door as the world power. As we can see, he's crying and whining about other countries having military power when they have done no wrong by it, when it is all hypocrisy, really, because America has done much evil with the sword. You dig what I'm saying? In all truth and in all reality. And karma is going to continue to fall down in this place. They're getting the karma back from the drug epidemics that they had conspired against the children of the Lord, you know, Jacob. And now, you know, they're drinking that cup as we speak, and it will continue to get worse. Hallelujah. And now it's going to come time for karma and the fulfillment of prophecy for all the blood that they spilled all around the world. You know, one of the reasons why these other nations hasn't come over here so far and fuck shit up is because they respect the civilian populace. And even Putin said this maybe 2 years ago, you know, when there was that Ukraine ordeal, man, and, you know, that's what kind of, you know, was igniting some of the beef with Russia, you know. But even Putin was saying the American people do not understand the severity of this shit. You know, they shucking, jiving, bullshitting, you know, being homosexuals, dancing in the clubs, you know, shooting up shit, you know, being idiots. And, you know, meanwhile, Putin's like, Slim, you know, do you understand what a battle, war-torn civilian populace looks like? People are oblivious, and that's why it's going to hit America hard, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. And this kingdom has to fall, man, because there's unrighteousness here. They got our woman over us, man. You know, think about it, yo. This place needs to fall. I don't love this place. Fuck it, you know. So, brethren, get ready. Continue to study, you know, to show thyself approved. Get into the knowledge, whether it's political truths, biblical understanding, you know, whatever the case is, you know, just continue day by day to grow and develop, gain more understanding, and just be aware of what's going on, because shit about to pop off. You know, the white man's being a jackass, and everyone's getting fucking fed up with him. So they're gonna fuck the white man up. They're gonna fuck up his country, making America great again. The fuck out of here. But thanks for tuning into the Raw, the Real, the Red Pill. Something a little different, you know. Get away from the topic of these bitches. You know, I can go on and on with them, but something a little different, you know, to talk about. But like, share, and subscribe for more content, and keep on the lookout for the Raw Hebrew 3s for the E's, you know. And I catch y'all on the flip mode. Shalom.